Timothy Desert Storm Bradley says Ryan Garcia gets treated at 140 pounds against the elites. That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Timothy Bradley, definitely an outspoken boxing analyst and commentator. He has some things to say about Ryan Garcia. Quote, "One thing I did see through the course of the fight was Ryan was turning his back. I wouldn't call it a shoulder roll, it was more of a back turn. When you have someone back turning like that, I did that in my first sparring session. I turned my back on my opponent because I was green. I have no clue on how to fight on the inside." So he's saying it's a rookie mistake because Ryan Garcia wasn't comfortable. He says, "I was 10 years old. I haven't seen that since I was 10 years old, a fighter in the ring turning their back. Although I have seen Ryan do it in the past as well, but not as much as he did in this fight. That is going to have to change. Ryan, he puts himself in a bad position most of the time, turning his back. I have to say the referee did a terrible job not warning him. I think he probably warned him once or twice, but he was warning Duarte hitting behind the head. Well, stop turning your back." All in all, Ryan landed his signature shot, his left hook. I knew he was going to land that shot sooner or later once Duarte wore down a bit, but good performance, not a great performance, and a great finish by Ryan Garcia. Ryan was turning his back like a scaredy cat. That's what scared people do. Ryan has done it in the past. He's done it in the past in certain situations, and it was always under pressure. Now the next step for Derrick James, trying to get him out of that bad habit because the pressure is going to come. That's how you beat Ryan Garcia. Pressure, pressure, pressure. If you can avoid any of his kill shots and get in on the inside, you can rough him up, pound him down to the body, and you can get him in the kind of position you can beat him. It's that simple. A guy like Subriel Matias would murder Ryan Garcia. A guy like Regis Prograis would also 1A7 him. I wouldn't go as far as saying Devin Haney because we've seen Devin Haney march forward and put pressure on guys too. So Ryan Garcia, is he a player at 140? One guy, one champion he could beat, that's Rolly Romero. And he called out the weakest link. Wow. So this panel was basically saying that Ryan would get wrecked at the highest level of 140 pounds. Now, I mean, it's hard to disagree based on one performance, but here's the thing. I will say this, and this is not defending Ryan, this is my honest opinion. People in boxing, and it's gotten worse and worse over the last few years, where we live in this microwave society where we have TikTok and information at our fingertips, and people's attention span have grown increasingly smaller and smaller and smaller. And with that being said, I noticed that people are prisoners of the moment, especially in this sport of boxing, where if your last fight you look good, everybody's singing your praises. But then you turn out one bad performance and people are writing you off. Look at Errol Spence Jr. He collected all these belts one by one, did all the heavy lifting, and then when it all counted against Terrence Crawford, I get it, he lost bad, but people are writing him off. Some people even saying, oh, he need to retire, he's not the same, but no one was saying that before the fight, right? Shakur Stevenson, even though he won his last fight, achieved the victory, people are now saying that, oh, he's been exposed and, you know, making it as if Shakur is not a great fighter because of the Edwin De Los Santos fight. So whether it's a good or great performance or a bad performance, people keep doing the same thing where they like excessively analyze your performance. But I've seen it with guys where they'll put on a performance that is mid as hell and they don't look great. And then given the right competition, they'll come back and they'll come back proper. So I'm not as quick to do that as other people in this industry. It's Ryan's first fight, brand new trainer. I mean, who's to say he can't get better? So me personally, I'm not going to over scrutinize. Ryan Garcia has always had flaws. He's always been a flawed fighter. There's always been, to me at least, I've always talked about this, there's always been vulnerabilities in his arsenal and his setups and his game. I mean, doing all them Instagram challenges and body shot challenges and stuff like that, I think even that, he's developed some bad habits, like punching with his eyes closed. It's cool to do that on the Cobra bag and speed bags and whatever else, body shield, body shot challenge, but you don't want to be in real time with explosive guys like Gervonta Davis or menacing punchers like Subriel Matias and close your eyes when you're throwing your punches all the time, right? So Ryan has always had certain flaws, but we'll see. You know, I'm not going to go in as much as the Pro Box TV podcast or whatever on Ryan turning his back. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why he did the shoulder roll. He told the world that Derek James said never do that again. I agree. That great value shoulder roll was not it. Don't know why he did it. No one urged him to do it, but it definitely is not the way to beat the champions. And here's the other thing that I noticed with a lot of people in boxing when it comes to 140. 140 has some definite players. It's definitely shaping up as a very deep division in boxing. But here's the thing. People keep saying like, oh, Ryan Garcia will get bodied at 140 by Subriel Matias. I mean, until we see the fights, we don't know. But more important, who wouldn't have a tough time with Subriel Matias? That man is a monster. Like, he's a great fighter. So people keep focusing on Ryan Garcia and saying like, oh, Ryan, he can't beat Subriel Matias or whatever. We don't know who could beat Subriel Matias because he's looking like a wrecking ball. So I wouldn't relegate my argument to, oh, Ryan Garcia specifically will have problems with Subriel Matias. I think Matias is the dark horse of the division and the black sheep of the division. Not many people are going to want to get in the ring and fight with that man because he represents a lot of danger, and the reward might not be there enough for the fighters to put it all on the line. I get it, he's a champion, but he's a dangerous champion, and he doesn't have like that pay-per-view fanfare to the point where you necessarily want to get in there with him unless you have to get in there with him. You know what I mean? So I don't like the argument of Ryan will get blown away or swept away by Subriel Matias, because there's a lot of people at 140 that I could think of that would either have possibly their toughest fight or lose to Subriel Matias. So we can't just put that on Ryan Garcia. Matias is just a machine. Let me know what you guys think. I agree with Ryan has some flaws that he definitely has to shore up at the highest level, because he's not gonna win like that. But we'll see. I'm not gonna overly grade a person on one performance at a new division with all the variables, beef with your promoter, new trainer. There was a lot on his back. So just that he got a victory was needed. Same thing with Jermall Charlo. I said the same thing. I mean, 3 years off, mental anguish, mental health. He had a lot going on. Let's see how he looks in the next fight. If he doesn't improve and he can't make weight in his next fight, then, we start looking at it like, oh man, is he the same Jermall Charlo? But I'm not as quick as other people to jump the gun, because let's be real, at 140, Teofimo didn't look sensational in his first 2 fights. It took until his 3rd fight against Josh Taylor for him to get the proper recognition, because he looked sensational in that fight. But Pedro Campa, and then the fight with Sandor Martin, he got dropped in that fight, and I thought he lost against Sandor Martin, who's not even a puncher. Now people are just talking about the brilliance of Teofimo because of his last performance, but we cannot shut out and forget how he looked prior to that, which was against Sandor Martin and Campa, as I mentioned. Let me know what you guys think of Ryan Garcia's future. Will he get beat up by the top 40 pounders? Let me know, and I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks, right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.